This is my younger brother's room, which is kind of falling apart. There's a ton of holes in the wall, dust, and just random things all over the place. All right, so not only am I gonna be completely cleaning out his entire setup, but it's also gonna be a completely new one and definitely the best one he ever had. After I cleaned out most of the stuff from my brother's room, I decided to put both the desks together because they were both kind of small and it just made it one big desk. My brother's wall is also pretty damaged, so before I put any new wall panels on, I made sure to get most of the old sticky tape out. This used to be my old shelf, but I did not use it anymore, so I gave it to my brother, but just like his desk, he kind of just put random stuff on it, and it made it look super messy and just basically really ugly. Now that the setup is mostly clear, I also moved the desks like this because it gives him more space, and I think it's gonna look a lot better when the whole setup's actually done. I kept the monitor stand here because I'm actually gonna still use that, but the wall is completely torn apart, and it's kind of my fault, so I actually have to cover it up really good this time. I don't know, last time I really rushed it and everything just kind of started falling apart. So now it's time to put some kind of newer foam panels that are lighter and should not fall down. Sleep is bad, I'm out here living dreams. If I send this text of mine, shawty, is you down to start? Don't say not tonight, cause you be busy, tell another lie. I done seen this. To hang up all the wall panels, I literally used 6 rolls of 15-pound tape, so it was not cheap at all. Just for the tape alone, it was like $30. And to be completely honest, when I was done, there were still kind of small gaps in between each of the panels, and this type of foam wall panels aren't really my type, to be completely honest. I think they make it look a little bit cheaper and a little bit older, but my brother wanted these ones, so that's the only reason I got them. If anyone wants wall panels, I would definitely recommend any of the ones up on screen. I think they're a lot better, but they do fall down quite often, so you need some pretty strong tape if you want to add them. All right, so this is how it looks, but there is one problem with them, and if you guys can see, there's like little gaps in between some of them, just because like these panels are like foam, so a lot of them are like kind of hard to match exactly together, and some of them are even different sizes. So if I go from an angle, sometimes you can see like a little bit of gaps, but it's not like extremely noticeable, and as long as they don't like start hanging, it should be decent. And these are the ones my brother wanted, so I kind of just added them. Okay, so this is like my brother's old setup where he had one vertical and one horizontal, and now I'm just gonna add another 27-inch monitor up here. Okay, I have a couple of extra monitors, and this one's a curved one. I think this one is the perfect one. Yeah, it's just a 60 hertz 27-inch monitor. I used to have this one. It was my first ever monitor. I got it like 2.5 years ago. And if anyone was wondering, his main monitor is 165 hertz and 27-inch, and the one on his side he got like a year ago, and it's just a regular 70 hertz like HP one. This is already looking so much better than before, and I know this is more of like a streamer setup, but I mean, he does have a YouTube channel that I gave him a shout out on that has almost 4K subs, but he has a vertical monitor and 2 horizontal ones, and look how good it looks. If I add some color, like my Vermax mouse pad with Gutsy Aiden, it's a little bit dirty right now, but if I add it in, literally look at how clean that is. That's exactly like how my old setup used to look. This is like the perfect monitor setup, bro. It just looks so nice, and it's so clean and everything. So far, the setup is looking pretty good, but when I was actually planning this video, I planned to add like an entire grass wall over there, and I have literally 2 full boxes of these. I actually used almost all my tape, like my strong tape, over there, and it kind of just like, I don't have any extra tape. So in other words, I would have needed screws or something, which I don't have to actually put all the grass panels there. So I'm probably just gonna add them in my room, but I still have one really cool thing. But before I show you guys it, I actually have to build my brother a new chair because this chair is really like cheap, and he's always been complaining about it. And that's actually the #1 thing he wanted, was a brand new chair. So Sihu sent out a brand new chair. This is Sihu's brand new office ergonomic chair. It's literally the perfect chair for gaming or even doing work whenever my brother has any kind of homework. The chair has a lot of cool features like dynamic lumbar and back support with different postures, which makes it really comfortable to sit in even if you're reclined. Not only that, but it has a dynamic pressure distribution across the entire seat, so when you're sitting, it almost feels like it has 0 pressure. A lot of chairs have really hard armrests that are not comfortable at all, but this chair has really soft ones and they're also thick. The average person spends over 2.3K hours every single year sitting on a chair, so you wanna make sure you have a good and comfortable chair, and this chair is exactly what you need. But my favorite part about ergonomic chairs like this is definitely just the mesh padding it has. A lot of the time it gets really, really hot and warm in my room, and having mesh padding just makes me feel a lot cooler and not so sweaty basically. So make sure to check out Sihu's office chair with the first link in the description, and also use the code on screen for 6% off. Again, huge shout out to Sihu for sponsoring this entire video. All right, actually change of plans. I really want to hang these up, and I have like these little clear pins and they work perfectly fine, but there's still a problem. I barely have any of them. So I'm gonna just hang up as many grass panels as I can, which will probably be 4 to 6, but the more I can do, the more I will do, of course. Wait, that didn't even really make sense. Basically, I'm just gonna cover as much as I can.
Prada Bay, run away, don't go. I'm in hell, might as well just go. Losing track, don't take my soul.
Luckily, the grass wall panels were actually extremely easy to hang up, and it did not take long at all. It was just 2 pins on each one, and still a couple days later after filming the video, it's perfectly fine and they're not tilting or falling at all. All right, so I also ordered this neon sign, which of course looked completely different in the actual picture. All this plastic that you guys see that's white looked a lot more clear in the pic. Oh, no way, I'm actually that dumb. Yo, I'm actually so dumb.
Yeah, hop outside the whip and your skin gon' freeze. All the other guys ain't really built like me. They got janky motives, don't know what they want. They keep blowing smoke, but I keep it blowing.
The neon sign I ordered was just from Amazon, and the reason I got the Good Vibes only one is because they didn't really have too many other ones except like Game On, and I think a neon sign saying Game On would not be that good, so I think the Good Vibes only one was a little bit better. But basically all I had to do to hang up the Good Vibes sign is just put 2 nails into the wall, just drill them in, and yeah, it's not moving at all. I have to make my camera really, really dark just so you guys can kind of see how it looks in person, but dude, this looks so sick. This is kind of how it kind of starts getting distorted when it's like this, but in person it looks so nice, and it's like a little bit of a darker blue, and it says Good Vibes only. It's like kind of the normal one. I don't know, I just kind of liked it because it was a blue color and it just looks so sick, bro. I'm definitely gonna add something like this in my own room because I have like 12 more of these grass panels, and I also need to get a neon sign because this is just too sick, bro. I don't know if any of you guys remember, but 6 months ago I gave my brother a small like kind of digital clock, and it broke really, really soon, which was unlucky, so I bought him a bigger and just a bit basically better overall one, and I didn't really know exactly where to hang it up, so I decided the best place to put it would just be on top of the black wall panels.
Late night, I like chasing bags in the late night. You want me to tell you that you...
What is that? What is that? Wait,
my brain